Neon City glows with vibrant, shimmering holographic billboards. Hover cars zip through the bustling, multi-layered metropolis. Litty stands tall, his spiky white hair crackling with electricity. Brilliant blue sparks dance rhythmically across his shoulders. The crowd roars in anticipation of the grand circuit race. Litty adjusts his racing gear, checking his energy levels. Sleek, high-tech racers line up beside him on the track. The metallic smell of ozone fills the thick, humid air. Litty looks at the massive, cheering crowd surrounding the circuit. His confidence begins to waver under the intense public gaze. A bead of sweat rolls down his forehead. The internal lightning in his hair begins to flicker erratically. He grips his steering wheel, his knuckles turning white. Anxiety mounts, causing his energy to spark uncontrollably. Small blue bolts jump from his hair to the dashboard. The starting lights turn from red to a blinding yellow. Litty takes a shaky, uneven breath. The starting lights turn green with a loud, piercing hum. Engines roar as the pack surges forward instantly. Litty hesitates, his reaction time slowed by sudden panic. His racer jerks forward, then stalls for a critical second. The other competitors zoom past him in a blur. Litty stumbles, his vehicle swerving off the main line. He fights to regain control of his erratic, sparking energy. The gap between him and the pack widens rapidly. Panic surges through his chest, making his heart race. His lightning energy becomes wild, unstable, and dangerously bright. The cockpit fills with the scent of burning circuits. He struggles to steer as his hands tremble violently. The crowd's cheers fade into a dull, distant roar. Litty sees the track ahead, blurring through his tears. He realizes he cannot maintain the current high speed. A warning light flashes red on his dashboard console. He makes the difficult decision to pull over. His racer glides slowly toward the quiet sidelines. The vehicle comes to a complete, silent stop. Litty kills the engine, leaving the track in silence. He leans back, gasping for air in the sudden quiet. His glowing aura dims, flickering like a dying candle. He stares at his hands, which are still shaking. The vibrant blue light fades to a dull, grayish hue. He feels defeated, his spirit heavy with sudden doubt. He watches the race continue far ahead of him. The distant racers look like tiny, glowing fireflies now. Litty bows his head, feeling utterly alone and small. He questions his ability to ever finish the race. His hair, once bright, is now completely dark and still. He sits motionless, feeling the weight of his failure. The city lights reflect in his sad, downcast eyes. He wonders if he should just walk away entirely. His breathing remains shallow and ragged in the cockpit. The race continues, but he is disconnected from it. He feels the cool breeze of the city night. The silence of the sidelines feels heavy and suffocating. He closes his eyes to block out the world. A single, tiny spark jumps from his fingertip, then dies. He feels like a broken machine in a perfect city. The uncertainty of his future weighs on his mind. He is a star competitor who has lost his light. Litty remains slumped, waiting for a sign of hope. Litty sits on the cold metal curb, his head bowed low in defeat. His lightning aura flickers weakly, casting dim shadows against the neon-lit track. The distant roar of the race engines vibrates through the ground beneath him. He sighs, his shoulders slumping as he stares at his trembling, sparkless hands. A soft shadow falls over him, blocking out the harsh glare of the billboards. An elderly woman stands nearby, her expression serene and unbothered by the chaos. She wears a simple flowing robe that contrasts with the city's metallic aesthetic. Litty looks up, his eyes wide with confusion and lingering self-doubt. The woman smiles kindly, her eyes crinkling at the corners with ancient wisdom. She steps closer, her movements slow and deliberate amidst the frantic race atmosphere. She reaches out, placing a steady, warm hand upon Litty's tense shoulder. Her touch is grounding, acting as an anchor in his swirling, anxious mind. She speaks softly, her voice cutting through the ambient noise like a bell. "Close your eyes, little one," she whispers, her tone calm as a quiet morning. Litty hesitates, then slowly closes his eyes, blocking out the flashing neon lights. "Focus on the rhythm of your breath," she instructs, ignoring the finish line entirely. Litty takes a deep, shaky breath, feeling the cool air fill his lungs. He exhales slowly, letting the tension drain from his tight, knotted muscles. The chaotic sparks inside him begin to slow their erratic, frantic dancing. He listens to the steady beat of his own heart, drowning out the engines. The woman nods, her hand still resting firmly on his shoulder for support. "Feel the energy within you," she says. "Let it flow like a calm river." Litty concentrates, visualizing the lightning as a gentle, golden warmth instead of fire. The wild, jagged sparks smooth out into a steady, rhythmic, glowing aura. He realizes he does not need to be the fastest racer to succeed today. He only needs to be himself, balanced and true to his own nature. A sense of peace washes over him, replacing the cold sting of panic. The woman removes her hand, stepping back with a satisfied, knowing smile. Litty opens his eyes, his gaze clear and focused for the first time. His hair crackles with a soft, controlled light that hums with quiet power. He stands up, his movements fluid and graceful, shedding his previous heavy defeat. The woman gives a slight nod, a silent encouragement for his next step. Litty turns back toward the track, his posture tall and confident once more. He steps onto the racing surface, his feet light against the glowing grid. He begins to run, his pace steady and measured, not rushing for speed. His aura pulses with the rhythm of his strides, a beautiful, controlled light. He passes the first turn, his mind completely clear of the crowd's noise. Other racers zoom past him, but Litty remains focused on his own path. He feels the lightning within him working in harmony with his physical effort. The city lights blur into streaks of color as he maintains his pace. He's not chasing the leaders, but rather enjoying the sensation of movement. The crowd begins to notice the boy with the steady, glowing white hair. Murmurs ripple through the stands as they watch his graceful, balanced form. He rounds the final bend, his energy perfectly synchronized with his breathing. The finish line looms ahead, but he does not sprint to beat anyone. He crosses the line with a gentle, triumphant smile on his face. His aura flares brightly one last time, a sign of his internal victory. The crowd erupts in cheers, their voices rising in genuine, heartfelt appreciation. They are not cheering for a trophy, but for his incredible, visible resilience. Litty holds his head high, knowing he has conquered his own inner storm. The elderly woman watches from the sidelines, her expression one of quiet pride. She knows that mastering one's emotions is the greatest victory of all. Litty waves to the crowd, his lightning dancing playfully around his fingertips. The race is over, but his journey of self-discovery has only just begun. He walks off the track, feeling lighter than he ever has before. The neon city continues to glow, but Litty shines brighter than them all. He finds the woman again, offering her a sincere, grateful nod of thanks. She winks, then disappears into the bustling crowd, her work here complete. Litty looks up at the sky, his heart full and his mind calm. He is ready for whatever challenges the future holds for him now.